I'm not going to say what it wants. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Somewhere between science and superstition.
We have such sights to show you.
Strange Eons. Welcome to Strange Eons Radio. That is Eric over there.
Hello.
That is Vanessa over there.
Hello.
And I am Kelly. Boy, what a interesting conversation we've had leading up to this episode. But I've got something even more interesting, you guys. Have you guys gone on to Netflix and checked your Zodiac Watchlist?
No.
Apparently not.
Well, what's the problem?
Oh, no. They figured out our birth date and what we should be watching.
You've given them your birthday.
Sure.
Sign up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure 15 years ago I definitely did.
Netflix on August 21st launched a new astrology hub, your Zodiac Watchlist.
Oh, fuck, I got
that lets you browse the streamer's catalog through the lens of the Zodiac.
Oh, my God.
For example, they each sign has its own theme, now stocked with titles that reflect those traits. So Virgos are always hustling. You would see Animal Kingdom, The Queen's Gambit, Now You See Me under that list.
Okay.
Pisces, they manifest the dream. So A Star is Born and it's on their list. Exo Kitty and Groundhog Day.
Oh my God.
And for myself, Cancers will cry if they want to. The Gilmore Girls is on my list. Ginny and Georgia and Grey's Anatomy. 3 series and movies I have zero interest in.
I was going to say, I think I've seen a fair amount of all of those, and I can't imagine you enjoying any of them.
What's your sign,
Zodiac
Vanessa?
Watch.
I am a Virgo.
Oh, you're okay. And Eric, you're December. What is that?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Let's see.
Probably like serial killer movies and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't write down. Oh no, there it is. Sagittarius, bring adventure. So Lost, The Witcher, and Jurassic Park. Holy shit, they nailed you.
All right. Except I haven't seen The Witcher. The others are definitely. Now I should, I guess.
You probably should. You might enjoy it.
They also have like a row labeled Beware, Mercury is in retrograde, featuring such titles as Black Mirror, Extant, Subservience, Maniac, The Electric State, Leave the World Behind, and The Lost World, Jurassic Park. So I just wanted everybody to know that.
Oh my God. This is insane.
Also, the other thing I want everybody to know is none of that matters. You can't boil 8 billion people on this planet into 12 personality types.
Especially like that definitely hit at least some of the films in the top 10. Like
you like Jurassic Park.
That's how all of these horoscopes work, right? So generalized that you're like, Jesus Christ, that's exactly
None of this makes sense. I just went to my watch list. These are ridiculous. They want me to watch a guide to meditation.
That's probably a good idea.
There's a giant picture of somebody's colon, so I don't know what that one's about.
It's an advertisement, probably.
It says Hack Your Health, a documentary, Coneheads, and Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Oh, I kind of liked that one.
I fell asleep during it.
I don't know if that's actually the right one because everything you're listing off is on mine as well.
Oh, okay.
So I think this
I have to go to it? It says your Zodiac Watch list.
Yeah, but I've got the
Zodiac. Oh, man.
Are you signed
Virgo, I am.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what, though? I bet I know why it's messed up because this is I'm on my husband's account. Uh-huh. This is his birthday, and he's a December or January. He's January. So I wonder if he has the exact same thing. So I don't get to know what I'm supposed to watch.
And Dean is a Cancer, so.
Wowzer.
I'll definitely have to dive into the silliness of that.
Dropping knowledge bombs on you. That's the kind of quality you get here. Value here.
That's right.
Bring some value this way.
Oh, my God.
Your Zodiac watch list. You guys, I have seen some stuff, and I am shocked to find out that you guys have not seen the same stuff that I have seen.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's been a couple
that
weeks.
Happens.
Not this time. I can't believe you're not all caught up on Peacemaker.
No, I know that it's out. Just have not yet watched it.
I've seen the first episode.
Yeah.
So I don't know which was quite an experience.
Oh, dear.
The second episode, even more of quite an experience.
It's almost like they said, see what the boys did? We're not going to get violent, but we're going to up some shit.
Oh, no.
Hope you're okay with a lot of nudity in the second episode.
Oh, in the second episode. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a show. It is wacky, and I gotta say, James Gunn taking some pretty big swings here, risky swings with this character that I was watching and kind of chuckling uncomfortably along with, but thinking this is a big ask to have people see him do this and then still be sympathetic towards his character.
Oh, okay.
Is that the main character or a new character?
It's the main character in the
Okay.
second episode. The beginning of the second episode starts off with a sequence that I was like, "Oh, okay, James."
Oh, no. I mean, I feel like we saw some turning points for him in season 1, so that's kind of a bummer to me.
No, I mean,
They fit. I mean, at least what
Yeah.
I've seen, it's not,
I
they're not
think-
veering off story. He's
Okay.
complicated.
he's a
character.
very complicated character. And I think that we're going to, I mean, he makes some decisions that you're, at least in these first couple episodes, that you're going to be like, ah, fuck, I get why you did this, but I can definitely see this is going to come back and bite you in the ass very badly.
Yeah.
So, but it's still a great show, very funny. They switched the opening music segment to Foxy Shazam, which is a band that I loved for years, and I like this song, but it does not have the same oomph as the Do you want to taste it?
That's what I thought. Just like, well, this is fun and this is good, but it's more mellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not mellow, but it's more dancey instead of entertaining and punching.
Are there new dance numbers in the opening?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
with
still
all
entertaining.
all the new characters and everything.
The first season, it's like, when you're binging, a lot of times you skip credits and stuff like that. But that one always watched.
Always watched it.
This one I'll watch a couple times, but I can see myself skipping it if I binge 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I'll just say as an aside on this, Rick and Morty had their full season come out, and I really feel like they jumped the shark. One of the episodes had James Gunn as himself,
Oh,
as a
God.
character, and I was like, well, The Simpsons even stopped doing this 15 years ago. This is not exactly new, but it was a sequence with him against Zack, the Justice League guy.
Snyder.
Thank you.
Snyder
So him against Zack Snyder with their stuff. And of course, Zack Snyder's just constantly working out the entire time. And I was like, this is funny, but it's not Rick and Morty funny. So
It does not sound, that sounds more like Family Guy or something
yes,
like that.
exactly right. Anyway, Peacemaker is on, what is it called now? Just Max?
Max or HBO. No, it's HBO again.
I was going to say, did we, I feel like they
HBO Max.
rebranded
I
again.
think it's just Max. It was
just
It was
okay,
just
so
Max
it's
and-
HBO Max then.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Okay.
think so.
It's freaking
It's
idiots.
getting awful. I'm like,
Hey, that
what
was
is
a-
wrong with HBO?
That's a
Just
great
keep it.
property. It was known
I
for the
also-
last 45 years. Let's change it.
I also don't understand what the difference between them is. Is it that you
I
can
don't
just
either.
stream?
They
but
combined HBO and the Discovery streaming
right.
show. So they added a bunch of stuff. So I guess they wanted to change. So now it's Max
Okay.
and
Did they get like
Hulu's
But
going to
then,
be.
but then all of that has separated again. So
Yeah.
that must be why the name change again.
It's so weird.
Oh,
These freaking streamers. man.
Anyway,
So
Vanessa,
dumb.
what about you?
well, as you mentioned, I actually have not been watching all that much. Just have not had the time. But I was able to read a comic that I came across really randomly. It was in like a best of the year list, and I was just like, it has an interesting cover. I'm going to get it from the library and not waste money in case it sucks. And that's called "What's the Farthest Place from Here?" I've just started now volume 4 because it's so freaking good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm just really, really enjoying it. I love the setup. The story follows our world that looks very different because something happened many years ago and now it is just populated by children. And when they become adults, they have to leave their respective homes. Their homes are essentially leftover pieces of society. So the group we're following live in a record store. There's others that live in a bank. It's basically the Warriors, right? Like they like go into massive battles if they get into each other's turf. Like there's all kinds of stuff. There's the Royals. There's people living in the old folks' home, and they have to pretend and like dress up like old people. It's very weird, and to make it even weirder, they're supplied food and all kinds of other things through these people called the Strangers, which may or may not be people. They're very tall things that are like wearing black Victorian dresses and have their entire face covered by a bag. It's very creepy. It's very strange, and I'm just really, really digging it. So,
man, that sounds awesome.
It's amazing.
4 volumes already.
4 volumes. Yeah. At least through the end of 3, it's very good. I don't know if 4 is going to maintain it or not. It kind of feels like 3 has a good natural end if they want it to end. But it's great because you start off immediately with this girl who says she's sick and she's not sure what's wrong with her. She's clearly very pregnant. She just has, no one knows what pregnancy is in this universe.
Oh, wow.
Because
how are all the kids being born then, if it's all just kids?
the Strangers show up with babies and hand them to the new houses.
Weird.
So these kids have to raise these babies that just appear occasionally, and they give them names, and each section has like a god as well. Like they all have their own version of a god they worship. So the record store, when you come of age, you pick out a record. It's very crazy, but very cool.
What constitutes becoming an adult? The age of 18?
They don't make it super clear. I think it's hitting the age of 18.
Okay, and we don't know what happens.
And we do eventually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
but you don't that's the mystery.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You also had turned me on to that one Nice House on the Lake,
Yeah.
which I thought was just fucking crazy too.
It's so crazy.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. Real quick, did you know that Event Horizon has a comic book out now, prequel comic?
No.
Just came out.
I wonder if
Have
it's
you
good.
read it yet?
Yeah, I picked it up. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good.
So
that
yeah.
works.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will definitely pick it up next time I'm at the comic book store. I'd love to dig into it. And also, Peacemaker has a comic series that is basically following the show at this point.
Oh.
So they definitely wrote Peacemaker to be a lot more like James Gunn's
Okay.
Peacemaker.
Well, this sold well. Okay, well, I've got one I'm not going to recommend. Not because it's not good, not well done. Never Take Candy from a Stranger, or the original British name, Never Take Sweets from a Stranger.
Mhm.
This is a very early Hammer film
Oh.
from 1960.
Okay.
So, of course, you see that, you go, let's check it out. I've been reading Chris Alexander's book, Art, I think it's Art, Trash, and Treasure, something like that, where he's just this massive volume of weird movies. And I saw this one, it's like, okay, check it out. Maybe physically uncomfortable.
Oh wow.
Oh, man.
The Never Take Candy from a Stranger is exactly what you think is leading to.
Oh.
The movie starts with these 2 little girls playing in a field, and one of them's dropped a quarter or something. Like, oh my God, I know we can't get candy now. It's like, I know where we can get candy. And that cuts and goes back to one of the girls coming home. And in perfect child innocence, it doesn't go too far, but she describes this horrifying scene to her parents. And she's just like, oh yeah, and we did this and that's like, and my stomach just went, it's like, oh my God. And then the whole movie is these parents going, we are going after this guy. Well, the town he's the father of the guy who runs the town, that classic small town kind of story idea. And everybody going, don't say anything. I'll just make it worse. Kids are okay. They bounce back. They can handle things. And it's just like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
It is honestly an incredibly well done movie. It's very reminiscent of, the very famous movie about racism where the little girl is killed and it goes to court. And it's like one of the most famous films, period. But
To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah, it's very similar in feel to that in ways. It's not a courtroom drama in any way, but just the idea of this is kind of okay because we're just going to sweep it under the rug. You don't have to worry about this. it's just like, oh my God.
That's so messed up because especially with British culture that's so into like don't make waves that you can see like that being a really interesting statement piece at least
it got reviled. It got attacked
I bet.
heavily when it came out for saying the quiet part out loud and calling people to task for sweeping this kind of shit under the rug. And it is just, boy, I mean, it is incredibly well done film, or else it wouldn't be so horrifying.
Wow.
But yeah, I did this for my 100, and one of our listeners posted on, sorry dude, blanking on your name, but how he watched it when he was really young, but then watched it again later when he had kids. I'm like, oh.
Like, I think that was James.
Yes,
James Hooper, I think.
Yeah.
Is this a movie? So this was made in the 60s. Yep. Is it set in present day 60s then? Or
yeah,
it is. Oh, wow.
I mean, it's British, so it always kind of has that a little bit older feel than 1960 US, but it is 1960. So it's still, basically the 50s.
Huh. What did you watch that on?
Amazon. But you can also watch it on Fossum.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is Fossum?
No idea.
Okay.
That pops up on mine whenever I'm looking for something too. And I'm like, I don't think I can have Tubi, Pluto, and something called Fossum.
Yes. So
that was called Never Take Candy from a Stranger.
Yeah.
The other thing that I watched, another TV series that's been going on for a couple of weeks now, is Alien: Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I think I've only made it to episode 3, maybe.
Well, that's almost all of them. There's 4 out. So.
As we record this, only 4. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of hate for this. I got to say that so far I'm enjoying it a lot.
I'll even go further than that. For me, there's aliens, and at this point, you never know where it's going to go. Because I think it just captures that whatever it was that made the first Alien especially work, because it's prequel to that. So wow.
Yeah, it's strange to me. I'm watching a lot of people. It's no stranger than me bitching about Strange New Worlds. We all want what we want.
Sure.
The difference, I think, is can you imagine being a fan of this franchise and all its shitty films, but bitching about this particular series?
Very weird.
Yeah.
This is actually in the upper echelon of Alien stuff. So I'm not sure what they're not getting out of it. I like the acting. I like the story. I see a lot of people complaining about the Peter Pan analogy, and it's not an analogy. It's a very strong part of the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's how this strange ultra wealthy guy relates to the world.
The boy genius. Yeah. He's clearly infatuated with Peter Pan. So it's not any kind of metaphor.
I mean, if Pinocchio would have probably been too on the nose.
Sure.
So, you get a little movement here.
And then the introduction of the new alien classes I thought was interesting. The eyeball alien I know is going to play a very interesting part coming forward. And if that little fucker, boy genius, doesn't get taken over by that thing, I'm going to be very upset. And the different, I want to call them replicants, but synthetic beings that they have and everything, I think is really cool. And I would like to have seen some kind of tie to Blade Runner in that, especially with the one guy looking so much like Rutger Hauer's character from Blade Runner. Mm-hmm. But I'm really loving it. I think the effects look really nice, and the story is very very compelling to me.
The complaints on the kids acting, even though they look like adults, is weird. It's like, they're not adults. They've been in this body for what? A few weeks or something?
Yeah.
So, they're still going to be little kids. They're going to react like little kids. And I think that's done actually really, really well.
It adds so much to it because we're so used to seeing alien films where it's adults losing their mind. Like, it's really interesting to have that perspective. I don't know. To have a kid who's like, physically able to handle the situation, but mentally and emotionally like, it's moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So that is on, I guess I'm watching it on Hulu. But I imagine it's probably on Disney if you have that package or whatever, right?
However they're combining those.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who freaking knows, man? Is it? Yeah, sorry.
Yep,
Just took me a minute there. So the other thing I was going to talk about is that I've been kind of unwinding in the evenings playing a video game, essentially, and I've been playing a lot of this video game. Every time I'm given the option of doing something other than playing this video game, I'm like, I'm just going to play more of this video game, which is, it's a couple years old now. It's called Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, which is the second in the series. I had already played through the first. You're playing as this girl named Aloy, who is in this almost, it's not caveman, it's like post, it's tribalistic future world where something happened again to all of people on Earth, and society basically got reset. And instead of having giant like tigers and bears and dinosaurs, you have robots. So robots that are from the previous days that seem to attack people, and you're not quite sure like what they're doing there, why they're there. So it's this big mystery that unravels in the first one, and the second one is sort of a continuation of that storyline, where now you know what happened to people, and now there's more. Some people maybe left Earth and are coming back, and it's a big deal. So it's been a lot of fun and a good way to waste time. So.
It's then a post-apocalyptic thing?
It's post-apocalyptic, but you're playing in these like lush forests and stuff because the world has taken itself back, essentially. So I actually just entered Las Vegas, and it's just a giant desert with, some cement pieces here and there. And somebody manages to get a holographic outline of the city that place. So when you're running around at night, you can see the sort of holographic outlines of different buildings that you're entering and what it used to look like. So there's really fun plays on that kind of stuff. But it's very easy to go from Las Vegas to California to Montana. Oh. Because you're just sort of running around and all of a sudden you're in forest and so they condensed it.
Sure.
Pretty hardcore.
What's like Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go from LA to San Diego.
Not a big deal. Does not take the hours that it should.
Can you repeat that title again?
It's called Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
Okay.
Yeah.
Relaxing to video games probably wouldn't work for me. I tend to get pretty
amped up
when I.
Yeah, that's definitely what happens to my husband. He gets very worked up sometimes, and I'm like, you need to chill the F out, sir. It is. We hold in our hands a controller. Nothing before us is real. It's okay.
I don't feel like it's that worked up. Man, that sounds interesting. I think the term is nerd rage.
Yes, nerd rage. Yes, he has a special little bit of nerd rage,
nice.
Which I was raised to understand that if you threw a tantrum at the video game, then you were very uncool. So I was raised to not do that.
Yeah, we were playing Pong.
It's like I had Mario. I was of the era of Mario.
So another one I've watched in the 100 days is a movie called Bound to Vengeance, which stars Tina Evlev, I believe is how you say it. It's kind of like a low budget Jennifer Lawrence. She really has a very similar look to her. But the idea is she gets kidnapped and wakes up after being kidnapped in a room, chained up with a body. And there's no... I wouldn't call this a rape revenge movie because it doesn't have any of that kind of context to it, although it's implied. Then she finds, after she escapes, this is the beginning of the film, she figures out that whoever this guy is, there's a network of girls and women around the city that have been kidnapped and are being held prisoner. So she forces him to take her to these different places. And he uses his knowledge of who these women are to his advantage a little bit, and some shit goes on. And it's actually pretty good. Pretty solid film. Not comfortable. I wouldn't if you don't like and liking the rape revenge theory sounds like a really bad idea.
Right.
But if you haven't watched if you don't watch those films ever, you might want to avoid this one, even though it's just more implicit. It's not explicit. But if you enjoy women kicking the shit out of guys who have done wrong, there's some pretty good scenes in this one.
Fantastic.
What's the year?
2015.
Oh, okay. So fairly recent.
Yeah. And this is on Prime and AMC Plus.
Bound to Vengeance. All right. How about we take a break, and when we come back, we are talking about teachers or schools.
Beep, beep, school's open.
At the Fisher-Price School, learning is just part of the fun.
Hey, skateboards don't go to school. It's 11 to 12. Time for lunch. Where's the teacher? She's in the playground. Look, she's jumping rope. Who wants the seesaw? All right, my turn next.
The Little People School with Pull-Out Playground from Fisher-Price.
And we are back.
Yeah.
Eric, I think this was your sub-genre pick.
Yes, yeah, it is. School teachers, and it was entirely for a reason because I got something going, what I want to talk about this movie. What does it have? It takes place in a school.
All right. You know what? Let me just jump in right here and say, you keep saying, also, I did this for the 100 and everything. If you're not a longtime listener, you're talking about the 100 Days of Halloween, which is a thing that you and a lot of people do, which is a movie a day for 100 days before Halloween. And it has to be a movie you have not seen.
Exactly. Which is great.
Getting harder and harder, I imagine.
Yeah, I was like, we were scraping the sides of the barrel, if not yet the bottom.
And if you go onto the Facebook talk page, Eric then lists all of those movies. He only talks about 2 or 3 of them here.
Yeah. So they may take a lot of episodes. I know some of you would appreciate that many episodes, but.
Okay, Eric, I'm going to give you 5 minutes for you to talk about your school or teacher movie.
Sounds good. Okay, this is School of Fear, or as I found out, very hard to look up title on anyway, Il Gioco. Which is part of the new Severin High Tension Liberto Bava box set.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is from 1989. So a little bit. You've got Liberto Bava, Demons, Demons 2, Devilfish, Blade in the Dark, all kinds of stuff. Written by Roberto Gondas, who wrote No Way Out. Not that one. Snatch. Not that one. Macabre. That one. Roberto Gondas as well. I don't know why I was named twice. Interesting. moving on. Giorgio Stignati, who wrote Cannibal Holocaust and Long Live Robin Hood and Summer Affair. Happy films all. Acting, Alessandra Asaia. These are mostly people you've never heard of because this was a made-for-TV movie. My Shadow is Your Shadow and The Big Dream. Gene Hebert is in it, but one name that is known as Daria Nicolodi, who's in Opera, Tenebrae, Phenomena, Inferno. You see a pattern. Deep Red, Shock, Mother of Tears, and a whole lot of other Italian horror films. But obviously an Argento favorite. So, movie starts with a nice, solid, dark and stormy chase scene with I don't know if it's a teacher or a student at this point running from something. You don't know what they're running from, and end up you hear voices yelling for her and stuff, and the strong winds and rain, but she's running underground, so it's like the grates. It's really, really well done. She eventually gets to what looks like a grate she thinks she gets out of, and she does not.
Oh.
It is obviously not on the level of Suspiria, but this is a really strong opening that's just image and lights and music. It's very cool. Cuts to a shot of some girl giggling in bed, and I don't know why she's giggling yet. Eventually you will figure it out, but not in any direct manner. There's weird, creepy singing of this group of students in an Italian school singing a lullaby. Man, and if this is what they had for their school uniforms, they were mean to these kids, because it looks like they must just had a giant rack of them and they all got to put on a jacket because maybe half of them fit. The rest are insanely large. None of them look too small, but a bunch of them look too large. And it's the same. The girls and the boys wear the exact same outfit. Jacket, tie, shirt. It's like, okay. A new Italian teacher shows up. She gets some shit for dressing too provocatively, while the video vice principal is being creepy about it. So you get the idea of the casting of this lady. She's very Italian. It seems like kids are starting to disappear, but are they? You're not entirely certain if it's a planned thing. Is it a group thing? Is there some teacher doing weird shit? There's references to playing a game, and all the kids are always kind of, they'll never figure out what our game is and giggling about it. And it's like, okay. So my thought at this point is, what is going on? Will we get answers? And will they be any good? Man, there's some real bad practical special effects in this at times. And it's got aspects that do not age well. But nothing too outrageous. Just the teacher, when she was a kid, it sounded like, was attacked and raped by people wearing what looked like mascot costumes for whatever reason.
What?
Which you think would tie in, but it really doesn't. But she is made to feel very ashamed about this and doesn't want anybody to know what happened to her. And that's kind of the stuff that's like, oh, that's not good. So it's a good film. It's well done. The Bava, of course, it looks cool. The stuff is interesting. The acting's strong. It's not a new, my God, this is a great Lost, whatever, but it is, of the Bava ones I've seen, one of his better ones. I mean, Demons is far more entertaining, but this is actually a better made movie. A couple of short notes I do want to throw out real quick. The composer, because the music is amazing. This guy named Simon Boswell with 119 credits, including Shallow Grave, Stage Night, Dust Devil, Lord of Illusions, The Dark Fantastic from this year. Let's see, what else? Again, yeah, if you're curious about this one and look it up, it's easier to find under Roberto Bava's name than it is to find under this title, because it's just not listed. It might be now after it's been out on disc for a little while, but School of Fear. And you'll have to watch the movie on the discs, as far as I can find.
You said that was from 89.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
I was wondering if, like, because it's set in 89, is it just a style thing that the jackets are oversized? Because
Yeah, I don't know. They do have the shoulder pads going on.
I bet it
and
was
stuff,
they're
but-
trying to indicate maybe a style. I don't know. Huh.
well, it was shot in 89, so
Yeah.
I would imagine that is what at least some private school in the area had those uniforms, maybe, because it's it looks like whenever you watch a British film, they've always got the school uniforms. So I think that's just what it was. At some point, they went, "These are really dumb. We're going to do school uniforms. Let's get something nicer. We're Italian."
Fashion forward.
Vanessa, you want to go next?
Yeah, absolutely.
Giving you 5 minutes.
So I went with a film I hadn't seen yet, but was like always on my list to get around to, which is 2019's Little Monsters.
Lieutenant, sir, why are we here? It's zombies again.
Fast ones or slow ones, sir?
Slow.
Thank God they're slow.
Next stop, Pleasant Valley. Hi-ho, Teddy.
Aren't we having a super fun time on our trip?
I want you all in the line in front of me and away we go.
Why are we stopping?
Must be something in the way.
What is it, Miss Caroline?
Stop the tractor!
Are you okay?
Yes! Don't be scared. Who remembers how to play tag? Well, those funny-looking people out there are it. We have kids out here!
Oh my God, I don't give a shit.
What's happening?
We're all gonna die.
Are we gonna die, Miss Caroline?
No, it's part of the game. The zombies are not real.
Like fuck, they're not.
It is a bit scary.
What are we doing? We're scared. What's the song we can sing?
If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. We can't stay here indefinitely.
I'm not going anywhere. You're bigger idiots than I thought. And I thought you were both the stupidest people I've ever met.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
My job is to keep you safe. Stay here until I get back.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
That kind of behavior is unacceptable.
Max started
Max
it.
is 5 years old. And if you can't use appropriate language with a 5-year-old, I'm going to have to ask you to disembark the tractor tree and wait for us back at the class.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
How do you like it, huh? Oh God, what have I done?
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Ew, what's that?
Oh, I got caught in the middle of a jam fight. Don't taste it, okay?
Not to be confused with the 80s Little Monsters with the kid from Wonder Years. So this is starring Lupita Nyong'o, who has 36 credits. We would have seen her in Us, Black Panther. She was a voice in The Wild Robot, and Quiet Place Day One. Alexander England, 28 credits, Alien Covenant, and Gods of Egypt. Josh Gad, 98 credits, Olaf in Frozen. And Diesel La Torreca, who has 13 credits. I knew him as a little boy in Ginny in Georgia. So, and this is set in Australia. Well, if your Zodiac on Netflix told you, maybe you would.
Damn. Wild.
This is set in Australia. Dave is a washed-up street musician who is constantly fighting with his girlfriend, Sarah. In an opening montage, they scream at each other everywhere, including grocery store, on the street, at home, and at 2 of her birthdays in a row. They finally break up, and he ends up crashing on the couch of his sister, Tess, along with, she has a young kid, so he's there with his nephew, Felix. He is very selfish and inconsiderate, constantly cursing and being a bit of an ass in front of his nephew. Tess warns him to pull himself together, but late one night, he decides to get Sarah back, dressing Felix up as Darth Vader and basically trooping him out to his ex's apartment with a proposal scrawled on a pizza box. They bust into Sarah's apartment to catch her having sex with her coworker and have a long, lengthy conversation with them basically naked and still kind of technically having sex in front of the kid. When they arrive home, Tess is ready to kick him out, but Felix begs to let his uncle stay. Tess reluctantly agrees, and he is told to take Felix to school the next day and help out around the house. There he meets Miss Caroline, his teacher, Felix's teacher. David is instantly smitten and offers to chaperone a field trip the next day. At the field trip, things take a turn for the worse when Miss Caroline is given special treatment by the children's TV star Teddy McGiggle, who is filming a live TV show at the petting zoo they have gone to. She seems disinterested in David, and it turns out she also has a fiancé. Meanwhile, next door at a U.S. military facility, the zombie test subjects have gotten loose and have taken over. They are now heading to the zoo. When their tractor with all the kids on it, that's doing a little tour of the petting zoo, runs into a zombie, Miss Caroline decides to tell the kids it's a big game of tag and convinces them to play along with her as she leads them to safety into the gift shop. The film plays out with David and Miss Caroline keeping the little troop of kids safe, despite Teddy McGiggle also being in there with him and losing his freaking mind. They create a plan to escape right as the military intends to blow up the whole facility. Whoa. This film is so freaking cute. Holy smokes. It is great. This is such a good feel-good movie. It's definitely got the zombie rom-com vibes that you might have seen in Shaun of the Dead, but of course we're in Australia. My one criticism is there's too much wanking off. I don't care for it. I don't need to see it. Does not add anything to the film for me. By the end, but you really do love the main character by the end, despite him being absolutely trash at the start. It's a very cool change. There's a nice touch getting Olaf to be the decrepit children's presenter. I think they do a really good job with that. And lots of Taylor Swift. Pretty good stuff with the kids singing cute songs in terrible situations. A little bit of trivia. Tagline, playtime is over. Originally, the producers couldn't get their rights to use Taylor Swift's Shake It Off in the film, as they were denied by the record label. Lupita Nyong'o is a huge fan of the song and saw it as a pivotal part of the screenplay, which led her to personally get in touch with Swift and explain why the song was important to her and the narrative, to which Swift granted her the rights.
Wow.
It's impressive be able to reach a person like that.
I know. I mean, like, she was far enough along probably in her career that she was able to reach out to her, but
that's very cool.
The film is dedicated to Abe Forsyth's son, Spike, whose first day of kindergarten inspired parts of the story. I don't know which parts.
Oh, God. Spike
plays a school kid zombie in the film, and it premiered at Sundance in 2019. It was acquired by Neon and Hulu. You can stream it on Hulu.
I really like this film. I enjoyed this one a lot, too.
Yeah.
Although I don't remember a lot of wanking, but I don't know, maybe that's just...
It's pretty front-loaded. It's a lot in the beginning. I was like, okay, no, all right.
As soon as you said this, I was thinking of a completely different movie. Which one had Elijah Wood as a teacher when the zombie kids?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought that's the movie. Now, I do remember this movie. Once you started talking about the Darth Vader scene, I was like, oh, yeah, this is a very cute movie.
It's very cute.
What did you watch this on?
I watched it on Hulu.
Okay.
So it's still free streaming out there if you want to check it out. And you have a Hulu or Disney subscription, please do.
Whatever it is now.
Sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice change of pace for the other content you could be grabbing from our real world horror show.
Or even from our show, usually.
Yeah, that's true. We always talked about the upbeat. No, wait, hold on. Never mind.
Okay, well, you guys, I have got a treat.
Oh, no.
5 minutes. And I'm talking about from 2008, The Happening.
Were we supposed to stop here?
What's going on? You can't just leave us here.
Sir, we lost contact.
With whom?
Everyone.
There appears to be an event happening. It's some kind of attack. The first stage is loss of speech.
Claire. Claire?
The second stage is physical disorientation. The third stage is fatal.
I'm scared, Elliot.
It's okay.
The attacks are spreading. Boston, Philadelphia.
Maryland.
It's all over the country.
Authorities are now feeling that a terrorist group being responsible is becoming less and less likely.
She says everyone's dead outside.
Run.
Shut the windows and the doors! Here it comes! Could this really be happening?
Oh, no.
Jesus, what?
Written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who wrote and directed The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, Old, Trap. He also wrote Stuart Little, starring Mark Wahlberg from The Basketball Diaries, Boogie Nights, The Perfect Storm, Flight Risk, and also was Marky Mark of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Also stars Zoe Deschanel, who was on 146 episodes of The New Girl. She was in Almost Famous, Your Highness, and Dreaming Wild. And John Leguizamo, who's in Super Mario Brothers, which I've talked about, Whispers in the Dark, Carlito's Way, and Spawn. Also in this is Ashlyn Sanchez, Betty Buckley, Jeremy Strong, and Alan Ruck. You guys, I'm always looking to give M. Night Shyamalan a second chance. He knocked it so far out of the park with The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable that I was able to look past all the really stupid stuff in Signs. The Village was a little harder to get past, and although I like Lady in the Water for how broadly it winks at the hero's journey, I understand that it is a deeply, deeply flawed film. But The Happening, like all of his films, it's got a really hooky opening scene with people acting weird in Central Park, and this lady just takes her long hairpin out of her hair and stabs herself in the neck with it. And then we cut to a construction scene where some guys are talking at the base of a building under construction, and someone falls from the top and lands in front of them. And they're horrified, of course, but it seems to be, a horrible worksite accident. And then another person falls, and the camera follows the guys on the ground as they look up the building, and workers are literally throwing themselves off the top floor to their deaths.
Yeah.
Also, we know Mark Wahlberg is in this movie, and a construction site seems like the place we should meet this fucking mook. But no, we then go to a high school in Philadelphia where we meet Elliot. Mark Wahlberg in the form of a fucking science teacher. He's talking about the mystery of thousands of bees disappearing when he is pulled away and warned of an apparent terrorist attack in New York, and school is canceled. So I will say, so far, this movie isn't horrible as long as you can get past Marky Mark as a fucking science teacher or
it's just
teacher
good
of any
vibrations,
kind.
man. It's good vibrations.
He's like, what do you think? What do you guys think about the bees? Where's all the bees going? Who knows? And he and his wife Alma, who he's having problems with, flee on a train along with a friend Julian and his daughter. Also, when we meet Alma, she is a fucking cunt. And I'm not sure if we're supposed to feel any kind of sympathy for her, but she's introduced as a very high maintenance problem right off the bat. And then we're supposed to go with her on this voyage of loosening up, but it is impossible. Mostly impossible because she's Zoe Deschanel, so you just fucking hate her right off the bat.
Oh, God.
They end up being forced off the train, and Julian ends up dead, and we're still not sure exactly what's going on, but it is actually pretty fucking creepy. There's a scene with a dozen people hanging from a tree and dead people everywhere, but nobody is hurting anybody. They are all just committing suicide, and it seems to be catching. Well, turns out that the plants are emitting some kind of suicide poison, and the wind is carrying it on its breeze. And you're not sure what to do with this information. First of all, the only way to show this in a fucking movie is to show branches or long grass flowing in the wind, but it's not a hurricane or anything interesting. So it's just a soft breeze blowing through leaves, and no matter how hard he tries, Shyamalan cannot make that look creepy. But that doesn't stop Wahlberg and Deschanel from overacting every time a light breeze comes up. I guess this is a natural disaster kind of movie, except without the disaster porn footage, and it just fucking drags. Also, if there was like an earthquake or a tornado or something, we know there'd be a climactic scene and then things would kind of go back to normal, but that doesn't happen here. The poison just stops being made, I guess. How would we ever know? It can't be shown. So the movie ends with some similar stuff happening in France, I guess, setting up The Happening franchise.
Not happening.
Mark Wahlberg admitted that he regrets working on this movie, but said, "You can't blame me for not wanting to play a science teacher. At least I wasn't playing a cop or a crook." On June 8th, 2008, days before the first few reviews came in, Shyamalan told the New York Daily News, "We're making an excellent B movie. That's our goal." Mm-hmm. Which is always a bad sign when you say this right before your movie comes out. Unlike a large part of the cast of actors, Zoe declared that it has been one of her favorite productions and that people did not know how to appreciate the concept of natural terror and the production used, because it was strongly inspired by movies like The Birds, which is a good movie.
Yeah.
I wish that they were inspired by that part of The Birds. This is the highest grossing film to receive a D. I should note that the film has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
I've got a couple of reviews here. Kyle Smith of the New York Post said, "No one will watch any of Shyamalan's recent films twice, but a movie that features Wahlberg suggesting everyone try to outrun the wind can barely be watched once."
That's a good quote.
So I'll leave the other review off. That was my movie, The Happening.
Man, you did exactly what I did. I gave this movie a second. Wait, was this your second time viewing or your first time?
This is my second.
Yeah. I tried to watch it again because I was like, wait a minute. I must have been too harsh.
Can't be that bad.
It's about, come on, the wind and people killing themselves. It's going to be good. Holy smokes, is this a terrible film?
Based on a book or anything? Because it seems like it'd be a cool book.
I don't know why he keeps saying it's a B movie either. And it doesn't have any B movie aspects to it. The acting, it's like, was there a director there at all? Like these two people are worse actors due to his directing. Like, it's horrible. It's like, at least Zooey Deschanel did The New Girl. You know, she has some kind of range. But not in this movie.
No. And Wahlberg, I think, can be fine. I liked him in Rockstar, and I liked him in The Other Guys. You know, he's got a sense of comedic timing. But this one, in one of the notes I did not put down here, Shyamalan says that he wrote the film for Mark Wahlberg. He was who he wanted in this role.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I saw a clip. I haven't seen the movie because don't hate myself that much. I'll go watch another Al Adamson film, thank you. But the scene was just some line of delivery by Mark, and it was an example of, this is bad acting. And it's so unbelievably bad. He's like, "I am being sincere," is what he should be saying. Because that's what it looks like he's saying.
Oh,
it's like, you're not actually saying lines. You just, "I'm sincere."
Yeah.
It feels, it definitely feels like if there was any emotion any character gave, that Shyamalan was like, no, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Like, no
that one guy who does like the Lobster and stuff, where everybody's got that really strange line delivery, but it's obviously deliberate.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Can you imagine Mark Wahlberg in The Lobster?
Yes. Yes,
Could you
please.
do it without breathing so much, Mark?
Just make him silent. Just have him walk around looking like a platypus and then turn him into a platypus. It'd be fine.
Hey, I'm a platypus. Vanessa, you've got the choice for the next subgenre.
Oh, well, there was a movie that I wanted to watch a couple weeks ago, didn't quite get to. So I'm going to shoehorn a topic. Haha. Reality bites. I would like to do films where reality might not be what it seems.
Okay.
Excellent.
I can dig this. All right. Well, that brings us to the point where we say thanks to everybody who's out there liking and sharing posts, who's on the Strange Yans Radio Talk page, who's commenting under the YouTube, who's donating money like Kevin Bird did. Thanks so much, Kevin. We really appreciate that. We call it value for value. And the idea is if you get any kind of value out of this show, give some value back. We can't tell you how much that is or even what it is. If what you can afford is telling a friend about the podcast, we really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Make sure everybody who's like on the talk page is also subscribed to our YouTube page or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, I've got some big news coming up on my books. I have got a artist who is doing all new covers for all the books, and they all kind of tie into each other. And they will be having the original screenplays attached at the end.
Ooh.
And if you don't want any of that stuff, that's totally fine. But if what you're looking for is like a first edition, these ones will not be available after those ones come out, and they should all be out by the end of the year. So
wow,
cool. So it'd be like, do you read K.L. Young? You put the whole thing together.
Well, yeah, Rick Tillman has got me going. It'd be great if you could do something on the binding that, kind of all matches up when they're stacked next to each other. And I was like, motherfucker.
Goddamn.
So I guess that's what I'm doing.
That's so cool. I love it.
So anyway, all right, guys, that is it for this episode. We will be back in 14 short days.
That's right.
And we will be talking about reality biting.
Yes.
Okay. See you next time. Transportation and other considerations for Strange Eons Radio produced by Pan Am Airlines. When you think of traveling, think of Pan Am. You can't beat the experience. Guests of Strange Eons Radio stay at Econo Lodge Everett. It's an easy stop on the road, if you know what we mean. Strange Eons Radio is recorded live in front of a studio audience. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving us a positive review on your favorite podcast app. Sit, Ubu, sit. How about we take a little break?
Oh my God.
Or a longer
We've
break.
lost Kelly.